NR recaps. This story is ready a man, who has a expertise for spying on humans and revealing his darkest and strangest fears. Pushed to discover the true reason of his mother's loss of life. Alternatively, he unearths himself looking on the rooftops of the town for love. The film is entitled, Hallam Foe 2007. The movie begins with a man, Hallam, who owns a tree residence. He makes use of the tree residence to commemorate his mom who died at the shores of a lake. From the tree residence, he saw young couples having fun round there. Hallam surprises them and by converting himself like Tarzan, makes the female irritated and threatens him, will convey in his brother to avenge his shame. Then at the birthday of his father, Julius, they celebrated at a restaurant. On the equal time, Hallam's sister, Lucy, left for Australia to continue her studies. Lucy then drops Hallam someplace because Hallam refuses to sign up for her on an invite to the pub. Because Hallam desired to hold his dependency of binoculars from afar. In reality he was usually stalking his father, and being bored, he returned to his tree house to sleep while saying goodnight at the photograph of his mother. The following day, Lucy become about to depart, she called Hallam, but Hallam quietly concealed at the roof of the residence, looking at him, as if he failed to care. But he changed his mind and were given down and chased the car and called for Lucy, who didn't hear her. Then Verity calls him to consume using Toa, because their house is too huge. Then Hallam refused to visit college, because he would be better off guarding the house, in anticipation of Verity's plans. He finally decides to paint the lake residence. Dan finds his overdue mom's boat. And returning home, he finds his father and Verity, who famous that Verity wants to depart, because he cannot accept Hallam's hateful treatment. However Ayanya promised, will speak to Hallam. Verity then confronts Hallam. At his tree house, Hallam to begin with refuses due to his suspicions of Verity, however Verity reads his diary first to be with him and then blackmails him into leaving. To escape his father and stepmother, Hallam travels to Edinburgh. Arriving in Edinburgh, Hallam saw Kate, an administrator on the Balmoral Inn, positioned in the town centre. Kate bears a pudding resemblance to her overdue mother. Hallam controlled to persuade him to give him a job as a kitchen porter at a resort. Then comply with Kate, to discover her domestic address. Then again in a room, even as searching at his overdue mom's password. Hallam made his home within the motel's clock tower because it became easily positioned above Kate's house inside the upper flat, wherein he could secret agent on Kate. Then one time Hallam changed into spying on Kate via the skylights on her roof, climbing the roof to reach her vantage factor. One time Hallam learns that another senior resort employee, Alastair, is having an affair with Kate. Alastair then finds Hallam's lookout within the clock tower. Hallam tried to blackmail Alastair by understanding what he was doing, but Alastair refused. And laid him off from his activity. Hallam retaliated by finding Alastair's wife and children and hence demonstrating the capacity, if he wanted, to tell him of his affair, which compelled Alastair to return his job. However, Kate made progress at Hallam to eventually make it to the front of house porter at the inn. On her 18th birthday, Kate invited Hallam to relax after work. While dizzy, Hallam expresses his ongoing love for his overdue mom. This seems to fascinate Kate, as she likes creepy men. A complicated relationship began to build between Hallam and Kate from this point on. Kate had first invited Hallam home with her that night time, and while Kate attempted to method him, Hallam commenced to sense uncomfortable. Day after today, Hallam requested him out on a date and Kate grew to become him down. Later, Kate requested him to one of the resort rooms and wherein the two expressed their feelings for being together. After that, Hallam regarded very glad inside the room. Then as Hallam watched Kate, Alastair confronted her and began performing violently. Hallam got here through the skylights to store her, which led to Kate finding out that Hallam had been spying on her. But Kate told Alastair to leave. Then Kate punished Hallam and explained to him why he became spying on her. Kate felt bad for him after Hallam told him approximately his mom and he let her live. Kate wore the dress Hallam had saved that had belonged to her mother. While Hallam saw him he cried, and felt unhappy for his mother, but then Kate comforted him and comforted him. The two of them seemed happy and having a laugh on the roof, imitating Hallam's habits. Then Hallam's father and stepmother tracked down Hallam due to the fact she had reported her suspicions approximately her mom's death to the police in Edinburgh. Hallam's father was in significant debt, and needed to expand a few land at the plantation, however Hallam had the property to consult beneath his mom's will. Hallam refuses to cooperate because of his suspicions of Verity. Hallam's hatred of Verity ate up him completely, and he tried to drown her in a lake close to his father's residence. But, his humanity took over and he added him returned to life. It was handiest at this point that his father found out that he become now not trying to prevent Hallam's mom from committing suicide. This revelation allowed Hallam to realize that his real anger was with his mom for leaving him. And the movie ends with a glad and contented Hallam strolling via Edinburgh. That's the storyline video. I am hoping you want it. Recollect to aid subscribe for extra content like this and press the like button to assist us and leave a comment when you have other guidelines for us to recap your favorite film. Thank you for looking and always be careful.